All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to tackle one of the biggest, most talked about topics on the planet right now, AI. And more importantly, what it actually means for your career.
Because let's be real here. Behind all the hype, all the crazy headlines, there's this one big question. And I mean, it's kind of lurking in the back of everyone's mind.
And yup, there it is, the big one. Will AI take my job? I mean, it's a super direct question, it's personal, and let's face it, it's a little unsettling, right? And you're not alone in thinking this. Your friends, your coworkers, we're all wondering the same thing.
And look, it's totally understandable why we feel this way. AI is getting shockingly good at stuff that just a little while ago felt like it was only for humans. You know, it starts with the small things, like poof, drafting a perfect email in like 2 seconds.
But it doesn't stop there, not by a long shot. Now it's creeping into creative fields. Think about it. Editing video content, that's a skill that takes a human years to get good at. And then it gets really serious. We're talking about AI helping out in medicine, diagnosing diseases with just incredible accuracy. I mean, these are high-stakes, super specialized professions we're talking about. So when you see that, from emails to editing to medicine, yeah, it's totally natural to feel a little bit anxious. It sounds scary. For sure. It kind of feels like the ground is shifting right under our feet. Which, of course, leads us to that huge, dramatic question. Are we really looking at a future where our skills, our training, everything we've worked for just becomes obsolete? Is this the end of work as we know it? Heavy stuff. Okay, but before we all start panicking, let's just take a deep breath. We need to separate the fear from the actual reality here. Because the truth of what's going on is, well, it's way more nuanced. And honestly, it's a lot more interesting than all those doomsday predictions. So, back to that question. Are humans about to become obsolete? The short answer is not exactly. Think of this more as a pivot, not, the end of everything. Now, let's be super clear. That fear, it's valid. AI absolutely will take over some jobs, especially the ones that are super repetitive and based on a set of rules. But, and this is a big but, that's only half the story. The other half, the really exciting part, is that AI is also creating brand new careers, jobs that just a few years back we couldn't have even dreamed up. And I'm not talking about some far-off future stuff. Companies are hiring for these roles right now. You got AI prompt engineers, who are basically professional AI whisperers, right? They figure out how to ask the perfect questions to get the best results. You've got automation specialists, who are figuring out how to plug AI into how businesses already work. And you even have AI ethicists, whose whole job is to wrestle with the big moral questions and make sure this tech is actually used for good.
You know, this whole feeling of massive, world-changing technology might seem totally new, unprecedented. But the truth is, we have absolutely been here before. History actually gives us a pretty great roadmap for what's coming. I mean, think about it. The best comparison we have is the internet boom. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s. The panic was exactly the same. The internet is going to destroy jobs. Old industries are going to be obsolete. And hey, in some ways they were right. But just look at what happened next. The web took off in the 90s and sure, some jobs disappeared. But then the 2000s roll around and we get social media, which created this totally new job called social media manager. Then the 2010s bring us the app economy and bam, all of a sudden, millions of people are working as app developers or even making a living as YouTubers. See, technology didn't just subtract, it created whole new worlds of work.
So, if history shows us that big disruptions also lead to big new creations, then what's our move? How do we make sure we're on the right side of this massive shift? Well, it all comes down to a simple choice. It's all about mindset.
And honestly, it's that simple and that stark. Adapt, or you risk being left behind. This isn't about putting up a fight against technology. That's a losing battle. It's about figuring out how to evolve with it.
So here's the game plan. It's basically a 3-step path. Step 1, and this is the most important one. You got to get past the fear. Seriously. Step 2, get curious. Start learning how these tools actually work. Play around with them. Figure out what they're good at, what they're bad at. And then step 3, start thinking, okay, how can I use this to make my own job better? How can it make me faster, smarter, more valuable? You got to work with it, not fight it. All right, let's bring this all home. Let's focus on what this really means for your future. Because the real competition in the years to come,
it's probably not what you're thinking.
So let's go all the way back to that first question we asked. Is AI going to take everyone's job? The answer is a pretty clear no. AI is a tool, a ridiculously powerful tool for sure, but still just a tool. It's not your competition.
And listen, if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. The threat isn't the AI. The real threat is the person who learns how to use that AI better and faster than you do. Your competition isn't the algorithm. It's the professional who masters the algorithm. When it all comes down to it, the future doesn't belong to AI. It belongs to the people who are willing to adapt, to the folks who stay curious, who never stop learning, and who look at a massive change like this and don't see a threat, they see an opportunity. So, what's the bottom line? It's really just 3 words: learn, adapt, evolve. Learn how these new tools work, adapt your skills so you can use them to your advantage, and evolve into the kind of professional the future is going to demand. The robots aren't coming for your job, they're waiting for you to give them their job.